Well, today I'm putting strings on a Yamaha SG331, and I believe this guitar is 1970s. It's got the big old Yamaha branded tuners on it, and not a bad guitar. The string height is a little high. Sometimes old used acoustic guitars, you know, they're borderline. Does it need a neck reset? This one, I think, still has a lot of meat up here on the plastic bridge piece. So I think this one is okay, but I think for today, I'm not going to be too serious about that hole. I think it needs a neck reset. The string height, you know, it's starting to get up there a little bit. I'm just going to shine it up and put strings on it. You can see that it has two different kinds of strings on here, and I have a lot of times I just use my wire cutters, you know, to lift these out. I do have this little plastic piece, and I don't know, I've always had good luck with just using my wire cutters and just very, you know, delicately grab hold of it, but I guess this tool does work once in a while. Okay, and so there you go. Easy enough, but again, there's been 100 times where I've just used these and very delicately just, you know, use these to lift them out of there. Some guys recycle their strings. Ouch, that one kind of hit me. And I even had one customer come in one time with all his old strings, and he's like, here man, you can have these so that you can recycle them properly. And I just usually just throw them in the trash can. And if you go look out in the parking lot around the dumpster, there's, you know, there's pieces of guitar strings everywhere. But I guess there is a string recycling program that I think the Dario has going on. Let me know in the comments if there's some string recycling program where they want you to send all the old strings in, anything like that. Again, I've just been throwing them in the dumpster for the last 5 years. Okay, so this one got wrapped around a couple of times. And so this one's a little bit tough to get off of here. So I'm trying to get at it with a little straight edge screwdriver. You see this a lot where somebody will take the string and put it through the tuner, and they'll wrap it around once or twice again, then they'll shove it back through the hole one more time. And it's very, very, very annoying to try to get that little piece of string off of there. And I've seen Dave on Dave's World of Fun Stuff just really, really cussing at the guys that do this. Don't do it, guys, okay? Don't wrap your string through the tuner more than once. Okay, so I'm just going to use a little furniture polish on this one. Some on the neck here. Okay, let's get in here and take a look at this truss rod. Make sure this thing is operating correctly. And I'm going to guess that this is going to look like the Gibson truss rod, where it has a nut on the end of the truss rod. And yeah, I'm wrong about that. It does have an end piece. Okay, so let me put my notch straight edge up here and see. Yep, short scale. Okay, let's take a look at that. It has a little neck relief in it, but because our string height was kind of high, I think I'm going to tighten this. So there we go. Seems like it's working properly. Nice. So let me show you something with my feeler gauge. So now when we put the notch straight edge on here, you can see right here at the 2nd fret, well, got a little bit of back bow. Let me see with a real thin one. This is 30 thousandths right here. Let's try it again. And that barely slides underneath there. So we almost have 30, yep, I'm going to stay towards the back here. We have 30 thousandths of back bow. So I'm thinking all that's really going to do is help the string height a little bit. It might start to fret out here. We'll have to figure out after we get the strings on it if it starts to fret out. Some of these are real tiny little frets on here. But we'll just leave this off until we get some strings on it and we'll check it out. So I'll just leave that over to the side. Okay, another thing that I do a lot of times just to get that string height down a little bit is we're just going to file the bottom of this plastic bridge piece here. We'll just file it down a little bit with some sandpaper. Nice and smooth along the bottom. Just to bring our string height down a little. I'm not going to get crazy with this. I'm just going to do a little tiny bit, because a little tiny bit goes a long way. Okay, that's good enough right there. So we still need enough to have a good break angle. So here I got my fret guard and a little 1000 grit sandpaper, and I'm just shining up these frets a little bit, getting the dirt off of them. It's kind of polishing them, sort of, at the same time. Nobody plays up here on these high frets, but it makes the guitar look nice to go ahead and shine those up. So I got a little lemon oil, and I'm just going to put some on a rag. Wipe it on the fretboard. Just so it hydrates, makes it look clean, makes it look shiny and new. And it helps to get dirt off of it, because there's some ground-in dirt on here, just from sweat and dirty fingers when guys play a guitar, you know. The oils that come off of their fingers and their skin. And I even put some of that down here on this tail piece. Kind of wipe the excess off. Today's string choice. Okay, so got some elixir strings. So this is an Elixir 42 for the A string. So on this guitar, you can't put too many wraps around the string because the tuning posts are really kind of short. So I've got 2 wraps around each tuning post. You got to pay attention to that. You can't wrap it around there, 10 or 15 times, right? Okay, let's tune it up. See how she sounds, how she plays. It's not bad. A little bit of relief in the neck still. It's not fretting out up here. Go ahead and put my notched straight edge back on here and take a look at it. Doesn't have any of that back bow left in it because of the string tension. So we're going to give this another little snug it down just a hair. There we go. Just a very tiny amount of back bow to it now. So on acoustics, I don't really grab a hold of the strings like on an electric and sit and pull them too much. To get the strings to sort of stretch, I usually just play the guitar a little bit. And I put extra light strings and light gauge strings on a lot of guitars. This one has a medium set of mediums on there, so they're like a 13 gauge. So in my opinion, they feel kind of heavy, but they definitely don't move around, you know, under your fingers when you're playing them if you're strumming fast chords or something. Everything feels real stable. So I like it. Going to go ahead and put the truss rod cover back on. And I'm going to sit around and strum it for a few minutes, and then I'm going to move on to the next guitar because I'm busy.